Hi world, it's 2 p.m. on Sunday the 23rd, 4th of April 2022. Now there's something going on in the sky this week that's unusual. I've never seen anything quite like it before. I thought I'd bring it to your attention, both in terms of the astronomy and the astrology, and to have a look at it both in terms of what it means for the positive, the challenging and the neutral, and to see who it's affecting, because this is a unique one. At the moment, we have Mars in early Pisces, Venus in mid-Pisces, Neptune in mid-late Pisces, Jupiter in mid-late Pisces. There are 4 planets in Pisces. In about 24 hours from now, the moon will move into Pisces, where it will stay for a couple of days. So over the period of tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m, 4 p.m, something like that, through to about 5 p.m. Wednesday UK time, we're going to have 5 planets in Pisces. Moon, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune. We've also got the Sun, Mercury, Uranus and the North Node in Taurus. So all the planets in the sky, basically, apart from Saturn and Pluto, are in either Taurus or Pisces most of this week. Now, if you're up early and you've got a clear view, look to the southwest if you're in the northern hemisphere, northwest if you're in the southern hemisphere. And if you've got clear skies and good eyes, you will see the lineup. You will see a straight line of planets in the sky with at the highest and the furthest south, Saturn, followed by Jupiter a bit closer to the horizon, followed by Venus very close to Jupiter, and then with Mars down in the south, now down closest to the horizon. The moon will be there Wednesday morning, Wednesday, whichever time you look at it, you will see the moon there, and it will be close to, if not on, these planets. The actual strongest conjunction point will be around midday UK time on Wednesday, when Venus and Neptune will be together at 24 degrees of Pisces. The moon and Jupiter will be together at 27 degrees of Pisces. This is one hell of a lineup. 5 planets in Pisces. Now, I can remember a time back in, it's been a couple of times in the last 60, 70 years where we've had 5 or more planets in Pisces. But it's very rare to see this type of combination. So, on the challenging side, this is going to lead to a lot of issues around the seas, flooding, further flooding, floods of people, floods of refugees. There's going to be environmental news, and because Neptune's so strongly involved here, there's also likely to be some evidence, unfortunately, of something to do with chemical or biological warfare. Horrible, but slightly higher than average. It is likely to be a kind of flood of sensitivity where a lot of people get their buttons pushed. There's likely to be a lot of tears. And there's going to be a lot of larger than life and over the top emotions, plus a degree of kind of passive anger. A lot of people are going to be feeling disempowered and unable to change their lives. Yet they're going to be feeling angry both at the people who purport to be in government and control their lives, but also at themselves for being what they see as being ineffective or unable to change their lives for the better. At a neutral level, this is going to lead to a great deal more sensitivity. A lot of people are going to be a bit of a walking psychic sponge. There's going to be a lot greater ability to pick up stuff from the world around oneself. There's going to be a lot of potential for one's intuition to become a lot more enhanced, and there's going to be a lot more sensitivity to the plight of the world around us, both in terms of our dealings with other people and at the global level. At the positive side, There's likely to be a lot more compassion, empathy, sensitivity, receptiveness, and hopefully a stronger sense of spirituality. But with all these planets in Pisces, there is going to be a sense of impotence, perhaps, where we feel powerless in the face of a changing world, and the people we want to sort of take a stand aren't doing anything for us. So I do feel that there's going to be quite a few sort of emotional outbursts over the next few days. Now, this is going to particularly impact in a challenging way on those people born from, say, the 15th, now let's cover myself, the 14th to the 19th, 14th to the 20th of June and December, the 14th to the 20th, 13th to the 20th of March, and the 16th to 22nd of September. All of these people are likely to be getting their buttons pushed in some ways, and it could be very positive, it could equally be very challenging, but there's going to be an element of drama. But at exactly the same time as the Moon-Jupiter conjunction at 27 degrees of Pisces, midday on Wednesday, Mercury's going to be at 28 degrees of Taurus, Pluto's going to be at 28 of Capricorn. So those people born around the 21st, 22nd of September, the 19th, 20th of May, the 18th, 19th of January, you're in a brilliant place. I don't often say stuff like this, but there is an element of fortune around midday UK time on Wednesday of this week. And particularly if you're born towards the end of your respective sun sign, particularly if you're one of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you can afford to take a few chances. I'm not saying don't go and spend your life savings on a lottery ticket, but you can afford to spend a couple of pounds, yen, euros or dollars on one or two lottery tickets, because there's a little bit more fortune. Luck is random, but you can attract fortune. But what really seems to be going on in the background is that there's this massive lineup in Pisces which is going to be evoking and invoking a great deal of compassion and sympathy and empathy for those less fortunate than ourselves, and a genuine desire to help people less fortunate than ourselves. And this is not one of those lineups that's going to linger a long time. Mars moved into Pisces a week or so ago, week and a half ago. Venus moved in a week before that. At the start of this year, there was one planet in Pisces, Neptune. Then Jupiter moved in at the start of the year. Venus moved in a couple of weeks ago. Mars moved in a week ago. The Moon will move in tomorrow. And then the Moon will leave Wednesday night. Venus will leave a couple of days after that. Jupiter will leave leave Pisces around the second week of May, closely followed by Mars shortly after. So by the time we're 3 weeks down the line from now, we'll be back to one planet in Pisces again, Neptune. So this is a kind of microcosm. This is a close-up bullet point, if you like, of 6 weeks. Where the time of Monday to Wednesday of this coming week is very much the pimple on top of the boil and the focal point of this energy. So on the one hand, to everyone, there's going to be some pretty difficult news in the next couple of days. Do not let your buttons get pushed. Don't go over the top. Don't wail and gnash your teeth. Deal with it. But at the same time, the capacity here for doing your conscience the world of good, reaching out to help a lot of people, and who will remember, of course, that you reached out to help them, is actually a really good time. This is a good time for getting a clear perspective on what's really going on in the background once you take away all the window dressing, and particularly in terms of getting an objective perspective on the effectiveness and the efficiency of those people who think that they represent us and try and dictate the circumstances of our lives. It's a fascinating time. More than anything else over the next 3 days, trust your intuition, which starts at the solar plexus and goes north, and trust your instinct, which starts at the navel and goes south. This is an intuitive and instinctual time, not a time of logic and rationality. Catch you in a day or two. Bye now.